American troops would find themselves badly outnumbered and at risk of defeat if war suddenly broke out with North Korea. That is the stark warning issued by Lieutenant General January, Mark Jauas, the former deputy commander of U.S. forces in Korea, in a letter to Democrats this month. Jauas cautioned that it would take days or months for reinforcements to reach the region, leaving 28,000 American troops and 490,000 South Korean soldiers to fend off 1.2 million North Korean fighters. American and South Korean forces would be badly outnumbered in the event of sudden war on the Korean peninsula, and it could take months to reinforce them, the former deputy commander of U.S. forces in the region has warned. As well as fending off a numerically superior enemy, American and South Korean troops would have to deal with artillery and rocket bombardments and should expect chemical and nuclear attacks as well, Lieutenant General January, Mark Jauas said, file image. While America possesses far superior air power, it would still take days to eliminate North Korea's artillery and rocket batteries, leading to thousands of people being killed. Pictured, 3 American aircraft carriers complete drills in the region. The soldiers would have to contend with artillery and rocket bombardments and should expect attacks with chemical and nuclear weapons as well, he wrote in a letter seen by Newsweek. One distinct advantage held by American forces is a vastly superior air force which could be used to take out artillery and rocket batteries, but this task would likely take days, Jauas said, during which a lot of people will die. And if North Korean troops advance quickly into major cities in the south, much America's air power would be negated for fear of killing civilians with strikes, he said. Seoul, home to almost 10 million, is located just 35 miles south of the demilitarized zone which forms the current border between North and South Korea. In a letter sent to Democrats on November 7, Jauas wrote, the 28,500 U.S. Armed Forces personnel in South Korea are vastly outnumbered by North Korean forces, as well as South Korean forces that will conduct the overwhelming majority of the fighting. Unlike every conflict since the last Korean War, we will not be able to build up our forces prior to the start of hostilities because Kim will preempt any attempt to do so with an attack of his own, Jauas wrote. Jauas, who was heavily involved in 2 years of planning for a North Korean attack on the South, issued the stark warning in a letter to Democrats. It comes amid heightened regional tensions, pictured, Japanese and American ships drill in the Pacific. If North Korean troops advanced quickly south and entered major cities, it would negate much of America's air power for fear of bombing civilians, Jauas warned. President Trump has threatened to totally destroy North Korea if America or any of its regional allies are threatened by Kim Jong-un. On top of dealing with a vastly larger North Korean army, chemical and possible nuclear attacks, American and South Korean forces will also have a humanitarian crisis to manage. This will include over 100,000 non-combatant Americans, many of who will turn to U.S. forces to get them off the peninsula, Jauas wrote.